Hello friends, this is Professor Nitin Morkane working as an assistant professor in NB Navle Sinhagad College of Engineering, Solapur. Today we start a new topic of machine design 2, worm gears. This is the first lecture on worm gears. In this lecture we will discuss following points: introduction of worm gears, advantages and drawbacks of worm gear drive, and terminology of worm gears. Introduction. Worm gear drives are used to transmit power between two non-intersecting shafts which are in general at right angle to each other. Worm gear drive consists of worm and worm wheel. Everyone observe the sketch which is shown on the screen. The worm is threaded screw while the worm wheel is toothed gear. The teeth on a worm wheel envelope the threads on a worm and give line contact between mating parts. Remember this. Advantages of worm gear drives. First, everyone knows this thing about the worm gear drive. Worm gear drive basically prefer for reduction for high speed reduction. Now this is the first advantage of worm gear drive. The most important characteristics of worm gear drives is their high speed reduction. A speed reduction as high as 100:1 can be obtained with a single pair of worm gears. Nowadays that reduction is possible up to 200:1 with the help of single pair of worm gears. Second advantage, worm gear drives are compact with smaller overall dimensions compared with equivalent spur and helical gear drives having same speed reduction. Third, the operation is smooth and silent. Fourth one is very important. Provision can be made for self-locking operation where the motion is transmitted only from the worm to the worm wheel. This is advantages in application like cranes and lifting devices. Okay, these are the four important advantages of worm gear drives. Drawbacks of worm gear drives. First one, the efficiency is low compared with other type of gears. The efficiency of this worm gear drive is comparatively very low when we compare with the other type of gear drives. Second, the worm wheel in general is made up of phosphorus bronze, which increases the cost. Third, considerable amount of heat is generated in worm gear drives, which is required to be dissipated by lubricating oil to the housing walls and finally to the surrounding. Last, fourth, the power transmission capacity is low. Worm gear drives are used for up to 100 kilowatt of power transmission. These are the four important drawbacks of worm gear drives. Terminology of worm gear. A pair of worm gears is specified and designated by four quantities in following manner. Everyone observe the screen carefully. Any worm gear drives or the pair of worm gears specified by using four quantities, and that is clearly shown on the screen: Z1/Z2/Q/M. Okay, now remember that suffix 1 is used for worm and suffix 2 is used for worm wheel. Worm is threaded screw and worm wheel is toothed wheel or simply gear. Okay, where Z1 is equal to number of starts on the worm, Z2 number of teeth on a worm wheel, Q diametral quotient, M module. The diametral quotient is given by, everyone see the screen, diametral quotient is given by, the diametral quotient denoted by letter small q. Q is equal to D1 divided by M. Now how to define the diametral quotient? It is the ratio of pitch circle diameter of worm to the module of worm wheel. Okay, Q is equal to D1 divided by M. Consider equation 1. D1 is the pitch circle diameter of worm wheel, that is clearly shown in figure A. Okay, then how to get the value of D1? By using equation 1. D1 is equal to Q into M. Remember this. D1 is equal to Q into M. Q is the diametral quotient, M is the module of worm wheel. Everyone again observe the two figures shown on the screen, figure A and figure B. Figure A, pitch cylinder of worm wheel. D1 pitch circle diameter of worm, D2 pitch circle diameter of worm wheel. P suffix x, small p suffix x, axial pitch of worm, small p circular pitch of worm wheel, small a center distance between worm and worm wheel. Figure B, triple threaded worm, small l lead, pi D1 circumference of worm, gamma lead angle of worm, psi lead angle of worm. Okay, in terminology of worm gear we discuss the here we just discuss the terminology of worm only. We already discussed the terminology of worm wheel, means we already discussed the terminology of a gear. Terminology of a spur gear, helical gear, bevel gear. Okay, the terminology of gears is known to you. A schematic diagram of the worm and worm wheel is shown in figure. D1 and D2 are the pitch circle diameters of the worm and the worm wheel respectively. The worm is similar to the screw with a single start or multi-start threads. The threads on the worm have an involute helicoidal profile. Remember this. Threads on the worm have an involute helicoid profile. Now the first point in terminology of worm gears, axial pitch. Observe figure A. The axial pitch P suffix x of the worm is defined as the distance measured from a point on one thread to the corresponding point on the adjacent thread, measured along the axis of worm, that is clearly shown in figure A. Second point, lead. Observe the figure B carefully. The lead small l of the worm is defined as the distance that a point on the helical profile will move when the worm is rotated through one revolution. It is the thread advance in one turn. For single start threads, the lead is equal to axial pitch. For double start threads, the lead is twice the axial pitch. Therefore, lead is further defined. Lead is the product of axial pitch and number of starts. Therefore, small l is equal to px into z1. Consider equation number 2. Now everyone knows about this thing, how to find the diameter of gear. D is equal to M into Z. Now in this pair, worm wheel we consider that is the toothed wheel, means a gear. The diameter of that toothed wheel or the worm wheel is obtained by using relation Z2 is equal to M into, sorry, D2 is equal to M into Z2. Consider equation number 3. Okay. Now again everyone observe figure A carefully. In figure A, the axial pitch of worm should be equal to the circular pitch of worm. Means Px is equal to P. Small px is equal to small p. And here we know the definition of circular pitch. Circular pitch is the ratio of circumference to the number of teeth. Okay. Now here the circumference of that worm wheel is pi d2 and the number of teeth is z2. Therefore px is equal to p is equal to pi d2 divided by z2. Now we know the value of d2 that is present in above equation number 3. Pi m z2 divided by z2. Z2 get cancelled and finally we get a relation or the formula to obtain the value of axial pitch. Px is equal to pi into m. Consider equation number 4. Now this equation 4 we substitute in equation number 2. Equation 2 that is for the lead, L is equal to Px into Z1. Now in that relation we just substitute the value of Px. L is equal to pi m into Z1. This is again we get another relation to get the value of lead. First relation L Z small l is equal to lead small l is equal to Px into Z1. Px is the axial pitch, Z1 is the number of starts. Another relation to obtain the value of lead, small l is equal to pi m into Z1. M is the module of worm wheel, Z1 is the number of starts on a worm. Consider equation number 5. Third point, lead angle. Again everyone observe figure B carefully. Lead angle denoted by letter gamma. The lead angle, the denoted by letter gamma. The lead angle is defined as the angle between a tangent to the thread at the pitch diameter and a plane normal to the worm axis. From triangle in figure B, tan gamma is equal to front side to the adjacent side. Front side is the lead small l divided by adjacent side is circumference of worm pi d2. Tan gamma is equal to L divided by pi d1. Pi d1. Now we know the value of L that is present in equation number 5 and the d1 that diameter quotient into module. Substitute these two values in equation number 6. Tan gamma is equal to L divided by pi d1. Consider equation number 6 and in equation number 6 we have to substitute the value of lead and pitch circle diameter of worm L and d1. Tan gamma is equal to pi m z1 divided by pi into qm. Pi get cancelled, m get cancelled. Therefore tan gamma is equal to z1 by q. Consider equation number 7. Z1 is the number of starts on a worm, q is the diameter quotient. Using this relation we get the value of lead angle. Number 4, helix angle. Helix angle denoted by letter psi, that is shown in figure B. The helix angle is defined as the angle between a tangent to the thread at the pitch diameter and axis of worm. The worm helix angle is the complement of the lead angle. Remember this. Worm helix angle is the complement of the worm lead angle. Therefore, sum of a lead angle and helix angle that is equal to 90 degree or pi by 2. Gamma plus psi is equal to pi by 2 or 90 degree. The helix angle should be limited to 6 degree per thread. Remember this. This question is asked in MCQ for 1 mark, asked in multiple choice question for 1 mark. The helix angle should be limited to 6 degree per threads. Per thread. For example, we consider helix angle 30 degree. 30 divided by 6, 5, means the worm should have at least 5 threads. Number 5, pressure angle. Everyone observe the figure C carefully. Single enveloping, and figure D, double enveloping. Fifth point in terminology of worm gears, pressure angle. Pressure angle denoted by letter alpha. The tooth pressure angle is measured in a plane containing the axis of the worm, and it is equal to 1/2 of the thread angle. It is clearly shown in figure C. 2 alpha, and the half of that, that is the pressure angle alpha. Now remember this important point for the pressure angle. This point is also asked for 1 mark in multiple choice questions. The pressure angle should not be less than 20 degree for single and double start worms, and 25 degree for triple and multi starts worm. Remember this, 20 degree for single and double start worms and 25 degree for triple and multi starts worm. Now again observe figure A. By using figure A, we obtain the center distance between worm and worm wheel. Center distance is denoted by letter small a. A is equal to 1 by 2 inside the bracket d1 plus d2. Consider equation 8. In equation 8, just we have to substitute the value of d1 and d2. d1 is the pitch circle diameter of worm, d2 is the pitch circle diameter of worm wheel. d1, that is q into m, and d2 m into z2. These two value we have to substitute in equation number 8, and we get a relation A is equal to 1 by 2 inside the bracket qm plus m z2. From this relation we take a module common. A is equal to 1 module divided by 2 inside the bracket q plus z2. Consider equation number 9. When the worm wheel is rotated through one revolution, the worm will complete Z2 revolutions for single start threads. Remember this. For double start threads, the number of revolution of the worm wheel will be Z2 by 2. For single start, that is equal to Z2, and for double start, that is Z2 by 2. And the speed ratio is given by I is equal to Z2 divided by Z1. Z2 is the number of teeth on a worm wheel, Z1 is the number of starts on a worm. Consider equation number 10. This is the whole terminology of worm gears. Thank you very much.